look at this picture and imagine you are being offered a cigarette by someone. Say that it can release your stress. Would you like to take it? But what if instead of that they say like this? Here, you should take this. If you do, it might be the cause of your death. Would you like to accept it? Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So that was the picture want to sell us. Where I would like to say that smoking is an option which is totally up to us to choose wisely for ourselves and our loved ones. Therefore, I do want to remind you that we are only lived once. So think twice before you regret your decision. In my speech, I'm going to be focusing on the issue of smoking in public areas, where we might have seen this kind of signs or face any problem like increased health risk, offensive smell, or environmental risk. According to the new Straits Times, there are 5 million smokers in Malaysia, divided into 3 main groups. 16% of smokers are above 30 years old, 40% are above 19 years old, and 10% are below 90 years old. It is clearly shown that Malaysia has the most smokers, so that's why the rate of chronic illness keeps increasing year by year. Then now let's talk about the main problem of why smoking should be banned and illegal, especially in public areas. First and foremost, smoking in public can increase the heart risk of non-smokers and the smoker himself. This is due to the high exposure to the numerous toxin factors like nicotine and tobacco as the ingredient inside of the cigarette that leads to the difficulty of breathing. According to my reading, there are 69 types of dangerous chemicals are needed in order to make cigarettes. Most of them lead to any disease like failure breathing or any chronic illness like cancer. One of the impacts can be seen in one of the cases that have been reported in Kedah, where 11-year-old children had a severe asthmatic attack due to the smoke that came from the cigarette. Then the act of selfishness was some smokers out there just light the cigarette in the public without any concern of people. The action can cause an offensive smell to us until we feel uncomfortable. But nowadays, this situation already considered as a common situation because thinking that it is just a smoke, what a big deal. However, little that they don't know is how unpleasant this situation to us, especially during eating. Furthermore, smoking can also affect the feel of people on us because the smell of cigarette that's tinted on your food can make people start to avoiding you. They start to give you a slanted view as they think there are no need to become close to the smokers. Next, since most of the ingredients in the cigarettes are unbiodegradable, which take a long time to decompose, they can cause a high environmental issue like air pollution or soil pollution. Then the smoke produce can boost the number of toxins that combine together with the toxin that is already in the air, which leads to the formation of acid rain. On the other side, some irresponsible smokers tend to throw the cigarette butt everywhere without thinking that it can harm anyone. This is why some fire cases are reported because of the irresponsible action like this. Other than that, these actions can also contribute to the severe pollution like soil pollution, because cigarette butts take a long time to decompose. So what are the solutions? In order to curb this problem, several actions from responsible parties like government, police, even parents are needed. One of the actions is to charge a penalty to someone that violates the law. For example, someone that throws cigarette butt everywhere or smoke at a place that has no smoking sign. This action is one of the steps that's taken by the government in order to control the rate of smoking among Malaysians. Besides that, there is another option which is starting to educate people. As example, we as a student can take a part in volunteering at any campaign and spread the brochure about how smoking can endanger our lives. We also can use any social platform like advertisement on television or using Twitter as a platform to promote our free from smoking campaign that is encourage more people to stop smoking. This is because one of the most effective ways to spread awareness to citizens is by using social media. Since most of the citizens have their own gadgets, so it is easy for us to reach them. In addition, in order to decrease the discomfort when we go outside, sign of no smoking should be put on clearly, like placing on the entrance of confined areas, like areas, especially restaurants, cafe, and shopping malls. Our former Deputy Ministry of Health, Dr. Lee Moon Jae, came out with one solution where every premise must stop providing ash tray on the table for smokers. The other action, the other action that can government do is need to make a legal guideline on buying or selling cigarettes. The idea of establishing an age limit already suggested from our Deputy Ministry of Health, Mr. Khairi Jamaluddin, in one of his interviews. He said that people under 17 years old are not allowed to have, buy or sell cigarettes. Then, as a result, this action can help reduce the rate of smoking as well as the rate of smoking among youngsters. Now, we already know the action that we need to do, but what are the benefits that we get from it? First, our health can be preserved. This is because when communities start to have awareness, the common sense and common sense, they tend to more alert about surroundings, which is it is very good to minimize the prevalence of chronic illness. They also want to help the government in order to identify those who deny the law. Secondly, our committee started to working together with responsible parties to spread the awareness on how bad smoking is. In fact, this combination already shown a success in opening the eyes of some members of the community to think more positively and start to love themselves and then slowly far away from smoking habits. Other than that, strict management over specific smoking location can guarantee the smokers do not smoke as they want without thinking about the surroundings. Then, the action of age limit of buying or selling cigarettes help to protect our youngsters from choosing smoking as a habit. Then, the rate of smoking among them can be decreased, and more lives can be saved. Lastly, by placing a warning sign of no smoking can ensure our cleanliness is maintained. There will be no fire cases that can cause us by the cigarette butt and no more soil pollution. As a result, our country can be free from the pollution. People nowadays believe that smoking exclusively affected the smokers only, but little that they did not know, we might get affected too, since we both are connected together. So, smoking in public must be strictly banned among citizens out there because it causes the heart rate to increase, gives us an offensive smell to others, which is make the situation uncomfortable and most dangerous, increase the environmental risk. Hence, if we let this thing continue, our next generation might be the one that lay in the bed due to the smoking effect. So, let's do it together. We have heard what we must do.